for the ground. I'm my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I've been to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, wow.
Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun of 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold. Bang roll, on the go. Ice wall, ice wall, ice wall.
Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and I only know it takes time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate
Came
now.
for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
Good morning all. Happy Friday to everyone. Hope everyone is good and everyone is well here. Let's get it. All systems do look like they are working here, and yeah, see what we got going on for today. NFP day. First Friday of every single month we have NFP. Seems like gold is actually waiting for NFP if we're looking the way it's forming price action this week. You can kind of see that range form, right? It is a massive range, but it is waiting for NFP. So you know, NFP can definitely give a move outside of this range. We're going to discuss about that today. Let's remove some of these lines. Too many lines. Can keep this line actually. This line's pretty good. This line's rubbish. This seems like it's working. So, see anything else on the calendar. I think, you know, main thing is going to be NFP today. There we go. We do have 130. Yeah, that's fine though. 130 is fine. ECB president speaking. Just refresh this, make sure we haven't had any random events being come up. Yeah, we're fine. A little bit of German factory orders, but that's at 11. We're gonna see what happens with that. And Trump speaking tonight as well. Very volatile. Wow. Tonight can be mad a little bit. Check this out. We have NFP, we have Powell speaking, and Trump speaking. Who knows what can happen. Like, if gold is gonna get out of range, then this is enough of a fundamental reason for it to get out of the range, with all these three speaking. Actually, everyone's speaking, guys. Check this. We have Brauman speaking, Williams speaking, Kugler speaking, Powell speaking, again Kugler speaking, then Trump speaking. So, but this is all after NY, you know, this is not actually in NY session. So, but you know, definitely can see like even a late move happen because of all these speeches. But no, even though they're yapping, they're not yapping in the session time, so it's okay for the session. But again, you want to be trading mainly after NFP, so after 5:30, probably looking like probably looking to catch a move. Actually, NYSE, that's like your window here is NYSE. So NFP here, they're expecting employment, number of people employed to go up here. So they're expecting a more healthy job market, which will essentially expect more rate cuts, which we could see gold actually pop up from that. If we see this number go down, we're going to see, you know, basically, yeah, we're basically going to see, you know, they do say it is better for dollar, you know, to see obviously jobs being created, but at the same time, that will allow them, if job market's healthy, they can keep interest rates. Okay, yeah. So if so if the number goes down, we're gonna see gold go up. Number goes up or stays the same, gold goes down, right? So that's the reaction I would expect. Now, what do I expect numbers to come out as? Pretty hard. If we look at unemployment claims, were not as high here, so we didn't have as many people claiming unemployment, which kind of makes me believe that this number is not too far off of what it was land. If we look at previous, it's really pretty close to previous, so we can maybe catch something, not catch, but we could maybe see something around this number, 50, maybe 59, maybe it comes out as well. So we're going to see what ends up happening with NFP here, but that's kind of the rules for NFP. Now, if we're looking at GJ here, first pair of today, we're going to start on the daily time frame. Daily time frame giving us a bearish close. This pullback we spoke about, this could definitely give us a lower high and actually continue and maybe potentially break through the bottom of the range with yen strength potential, with Bank of Japan talking about their plans still to increase interest rates. If we're looking at 4-hour time frame, we're also seeing a bearish candle close, giving us a bearish bias. This 4-hour time frame is just closing at this support, kind of standardized against two brokers here. I'm gonna see on my broker, actually. I'm interested to see if we even have a wick on that 4-hour. Let's have a look. 4-hour, we do have a wick. Is it closing at that support? Yeah, so it is closing at the support here. So although, you know, it's not too much of a problem, we kind of want it to be below there, but there is kind of, the sells would be kind of below that zone anyway. So looking at the 1-hour time frame, we do have a bearish candle close here. Let's bring back drawings here and see what we got going on. So 15-minute created a support. We're going to move this 15-minute support to the most current one here, which is also key level, actually. I'm seeing that 4-hour zone is literally just a little bit lower. Just right here is where's that 4-hour zone. It's going to be safer to be below here. Put this as 15. So a close below here is the obvious easy setup here. We have tested this previous 1 hour already, which is nice. So we've had a reaction. So the next time we push through, should be able to give us a move. Yesterday I did take sells from here to here. Then we pulled back and now we're back in the same zone. So it would essentially be similar to yesterday's trade. Here's a 30-minute. See the 15. Anything higher do we have? No, 15 is also clean. How big is our range below here? Our range below here, we're working with a 30 pip range. So it's pretty decent, to be honest. Nothing, not the smallest range. It's pretty decent range. So for me, I'd just like a simple setup. One close below would be perfect here, preferably in the next 15 minutes. So we can have the 1 hour closing below as well. I actually wouldn't mind, to be honest, the 1 hour closing like this and the next 15-minute closing below. So if the 1 hour can stay like this for 17 minutes would be not bad, because create for us like a setup 3. What would be more difficult is if the 1 hour closes weak bearish. It's not too difficult, but it's more of a weird candle. But I don't, as long as there's a good top wick, it will be okay. Just sometimes those candles are a little bit more inconsistent, but it'd be nice because it'd bring the 30-minute candle to close below as well. 30-minute candle close below would be good confidence as well. So that's my only plan for GJ today so far. Pullbacks, we'll see how pullbacks can form to sell back down. We are bearish bias. Essentially, if this candle does flip in the next 2 minutes, which I assume it doesn't, but you never know, potentially I could look for closes back inside this range to sell this range. The way, if this creates a support like that, the range below here is not going to be too big. It's 12 pips, so be pretty hard to capitalize. Again, you just be looking for a close below. Later sells from up here might make sense, but you know, that's not for a while, right? So if we have a look at gold here, gold pre-NFP, we spoke about NFP. If numbers do come back good, we will see gold most likely dump here. If numbers do come back bad, we will see gold pump. But if we're looking at technicals, starting from weekly, weekly is starting to creep up very close to that weekly resistance here. We're almost reaching that weekly resistance, which could be a target for the week. NFP could just make a move to that weekly resistance. If we're looking at daily time frame, we have created a resistance. Although we're rejecting it right now, this is definitely a resistance, and we spoke about that lower high possibility. Actually, no, we spoke about it in webinar and the exclusives about the lower high possibility to see gold actually continue down. Now, fundamentally, there are some factors that are going to hold gold up here, such as having, you know, the tariff wars and you know, but at the same time, that is counteracted with a strong dollar. So it's really, there is push and pull on gold. There is push and pull. We're seeing a lot of different factors. I mean, tensions and of course, tensions in Europe as well is going to be creating, not Europe, but in Ukraine is also going to create gold potential upside, which is why we've seen a bit of upside on gold. But again, there is both sides pulling right here. So if we're looking at daily, it is closing bearish. 4 hour is closing bullish here. It's just pretty much assumed. Why? Because we have a mixed bias here, because we're stuck in a range. So we can see this clear range here. It's a very, very, you know, easy range to see it, and you just know because there's no clear trend. There's lower highs, lower lows. There's no lower highs, lower lows. It's like lower low but a higher high. It's just random. That's how you know you're stuck in a range, when there's randomness, kind of like this as well. But this is a little bit easier as we have more higher highs and higher lows, right, before we break structure on this candle. So if I'm looking at this, I'm going to mark this here as 4 hour resistance. Boom. And 1 hour time frame here. Pretty messy if you're looking at the ranges here on gold today. Very, very messy, I would say. Mixed bias. Not seeing too many buy ranges though. Buy ranges are pretty cooked. No clean candles for buys just yet. So in order to buy this type of scenario, we would want to close above the resistance, pull back, and then take setup 2, and that pullback will create a clean candle zone for us. Otherwise, we don't have anything to work with here. I mean, you have from here to here, but not worth it. Now for sells today, similar thing we would need. Resolution candle pullbacks, take sell. So that's how you're going to trade gold on a NFP day today. Again, it is NFP, so you know it can be hit or miss here, especially with NFP. So I would take it you know, quite conservative and kind of wait only for those setups, just so we can have and make sure we're trading in zones where we know that there's nothing to reject. Because right now, to sit here and say volume will push through all these resistances, it's hard to say that, because I mean, we are still respecting structure, obviously. That's why we rejected here. So it's mostly stuck in a range, and whenever you're in a range, ideally you want to buy from the bottom, sell from the top. We're in the middle of the range. It's the hardest place to trade in the range. That's why we need resolution. Pullback, we trade the pullback. That'll be ahead of the curve, you know, and when we don't get caught out in fake outs and stuff like that. Now DAX, if we look at DAX here, start off on the daily time frame. Every day your broker is different, Siriana. Every day your broker is different. So I'm following what I have on my chart, but every day your broker, yesterday broker different. So up to you who you want to follow, which one you have more data on. I know which one I have more data on, which is obviously going to be the Wanda one here. So that's up to you, but it's because yours is 1 hour behind. So daily candle here, leaving long rejection towards the upside, right? We're seeing long rejection towards the upside. So not really the most confidence in continuation, but nevertheless we are closing above. 4 hour time frame, look at that mess yesterday. This always gives me confidence that no wonder we saw that confusion yesterday and that inconsistency. Look at how 4 hour candles look, absolute mess. Just rejection candles from everywhere. Currently we are creating a rejection here. I'm gonna mark previous daily. Boom. Yeah, make sure you're using the right broker for Tradingview, man. That's the wrong broker. We use a Wanda normally. Let's see here. Let's mark this daily support. So that is our previous daily support. 4 hour time frame has a 4 hour support just below. We're gonna make this a box. Like that, just to put it together. We have this previous 4 hour support here. So mixed bias today. We are moving down at the moment, trying to reach this support down here. 30-minute close below this zone here. Looks like we're getting a pre-session move, and yeah, looks like we're moving down. We're moving down towards maybe this next resistance here at the moment. Not resistance, sorry, support. On a 15-minute time frame would be the next kind of target here, and then we reach there. Now for sells, I think it could be pretty simple if we can get a small retracement right now. This range is a mess, right? This range is a mess, so we could see, yeah, we could see some sort of complications inside of here. Especially, I'm trying to think, can we buy from the bottom of the range? You know, that's what I'm trying to think about now. Is can I buy from the bottom of the range? Breaking through the range, we don't actually have the cleanest zone here. Breaking through the range, we have a little bit 1 hour support, but you know, DAX can have heavy volume here. We could easily find ourselves below 22,900s. I don't think this is a worth selling range here. From here to here, 23 points, not that bad. I mean, if structure is created, we could look for this tight sell here. Like, it's 27 points. It's not the worst range. It's not the worst range. So we could look for that. But ideally, we see that pullback to continue down. That's what we want right now. Right now, this is the kind of setup that there was close below this range. So we're already playing out that setup. So we kind of want to see it do that, and then not that deep, but you get my point. Would be better here. No real 5-minute structure. I mean, there was one candle here, which is nice. It gives you just the thing, but again, it's an early setup here. Spreads are still high. And yeah, let's get it. Let's see what ends up happening. That's basically the analysis. Harry, how's that a previous 4 hour support? Please. Why are you such in a rush? Just relax. You're in so rush you can't even write my name capital. Very, very upset, man. Just because of that, I'm not answering your question. You asked me twice. I can see the first time. Obviously, it's a previous 4-hour support. This is a candle closing bearish. Next one closed bullish, creating a support. Now it's previous. Whether a candle closes below it or above it doesn't change anything, right? Right? Doesn't change anything because it's still a support, right? Like before these candles even came, it was always a support. Like let's say you marked up these charts from here. If you marked up these charts here, where are you marking your 4-hour support? Where's your 4-hour support? So now that we've just crossed through it without closing, it's just a previous one. It's just previous. I mean, you don't even have to write previous. You can just write it as a actual 4-hour support, you know? So that's what it means. So yeah, that's the analysis, guys. I think the plans here, honestly, for a long time, I think GJ looks the cleanest here, to be honest, out of everything. GJ looks the cleanest out of everything. DAX is moving. So it's healthy to see DAX moving. It can create opportunity. I'd say the hardest pair to trade today is going to be gold, just because of it being NFP day and the range we're dealing with. So it's a tough range, right? This is where a lot of people are going to lose money, I would assume, who don't understand how to control their trading and know when not to trade. Remember, part of being a trader is having the ability to know when not to trade, right? And that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. If you did, leave a like on the stream. You guys know the drill. How much? 300 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up on a Friday. Pleasure to have you guys. So let's get the likes up to 100. Atomic Habit here to drop a like and jump on the Zoom exclusive. Let's go, brother. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. And yeah, let's get it. Road to 600 viewers for the giveaway. What broker do you suggest to do analysis? I do my Forex pairs on forex.com and I do my gold analysis on Oanda. On DAX, I also use FX. Oanda's fine for Forex pairs. Yeah, the only reason I didn't use it because of gaps. But I mean, you know, we're just used to it these days. But just like these type of gaps here, sometimes doesn't show too accurate bottom wick, top wick. But in terms of the 4-hour candles, they're closing the same. Like, guys, you literally burn 0 calories doing it. Technically, they will burn 0.0001 calories because they'll have to move their hand to their mouse. So they'll be burning. Actually, they have to be alive to leave a like, right? So just the act of living will burn some sort of calories. I can't see any way to set up on gold so much support or resistance. Yeah, but remember today's NFP day, man. I've closed my position, waiting, opening. Don't fall into the trap. It's good, at least you're aware. I'd love to see this 1 hour not close back inside the range. 4 minutes, would like to see this 1 hour close maybe somewhere here. And then next 15 close below. The higher this close, the harder it's going to make for us to take the sell below the low. GJ 1 hour support is lower. Not really, no. Unless you consider this one, yes, but it has been tapped, so I'm not too worried about it. If you're talking about this one, yes, I do see that one, but I'm not too worried about it because this retested it. So it's already been tested. We know the reaction. It's had its reaction. If it was going to be so important, then we would have not come back to this. You see the reaction it's had? Look at this reaction. So it's already had its reaction. For it to have a reaction again with confirmation is more unlikely. The question is, we would have seen higher lows and just the zone be respected. But it's definitely a watch, I do agree. You know, you could just see what happens there. In a sell from 157 on DAX with SLB, would it be a good idea to get out before market open? You could secure, depends on how far you are in profit. If you're at like a 1-to-1, then, you know, you could leave 20% running. There's been no pullbacks. There's been no pullbacks. So on DAX, you know, sometimes DAX doesn't like to pull back, but you have to assume that there will be a pullback soon because you can't really trade. You have to trade based on what happens. I mean, it's already starting a pullback. It's already starting a pullback. 5-minute candle close bullish after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. 7th candle, man. That number 7 is crazy. That number on DAX 7 is crazy. I'm in gold right now. Well, good luck, brother. There's a lot of range on that. A lot of range on gold. So I wish you luck. See if the boys agreed today. Yeah, I think this is too much of a simple plan. Like, it's just like a almost a little bit lazy plan. Just like, fuck it, buys above, sells below. Sells below are okay, but the buy above plan is bad. Buy above plan is bad because you know by the time it reaches there, it's game over. You know? It's too far that to just go and say, okay, fine, I'm buying above this range here. You know? How much was that from where you put your plan? 112 points, you know? 112 points. So that you should know, right? So if you're so confident on buys, you say, I look for a formation inside here to take buys to here. Not just say, okay, buy above the range. Breakout trades, yeah, you're kind of stuck. I would just say, yeah, I mean, you're kind of stuck in the range here. Structure for sells. Set up 2, set up 5 sells. Yeah, it's potential that, but now that we've closed. More PA, correct. Yeah, this is a good response. More PA, don't want to trade it right now. I like that. S1, S2, S5. Yes, yes. Good, good. I'm not too worried about that 1 hour since we've tapped it. You see, if we didn't tap it, yes. But now the next time we close below, we should have a shot. Need more price action? Yeah, even this is tight, right? Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, tough. Tough on gold. Yep. Cleaner sells below 1 hour. Yep. It will be cleaner below the 1 hour. Early sells with structure, previous 1 hour sell. Yeah, that's good, those plans. Yeah, this was okay. Very close to that 15 now, though. Choppy range sells below here. Yeah. Difficult perhaps with structure. Look for buys, brown range rated. Yeah, this is sick plan, man. This is nice. This is cool. This is nice. This is what I want to see. Like, more talking about what could happen in the range here. So both scenarios, you're sorted. Yeah, this is tough, man. This is tough. Cool. Well done, boys. Yeah, I really didn't want this to head up, to be honest. Like this makes it tough for us to look for those sells with that 1 hour closing so strong bullish. Is German 40 the same as German 30? Technically, you can have on your broker German 30 and it will be the same chart. Now, fundamentally, it shouldn't be the same, but some brokers just call it German 30, some call it German 40. The main thing you need to check is, do the charts look the same? Right, do the charts look the same? So this is what I mean. I hate that this little support has been made here, because let's say we want to look for sells. A 30-minute can close above, fake out back in the range, but here we have a support. We can reject that support. Becomes problematic for us. But below it, I think we might have enough range here. What's this looking like? 17 pips, not bad. But again, straight into a 5-minute support. I hear you're talking about reading chat off iPad. You don't read straight out of OBS. I read off both. Both I read off. But sometimes when I'm taking a trade, I have my terminal open. So then I won't be looking at monitor. I'll use iPad. And I don't always want to look left like this all the time. Every time I look left, it's annoying, right? So I just have both open, man. Both. Why not? Yep, that's the pullback that we talked about coming at some time now. The nice thing is it respected price action and it came where you would expect it to come, which is at the 15-minute support. But this is my point. Also, you know, this was the open here. So this is why we had some volume in here. So makes sense though. Nice to see it come from the actual zone where you'd expect it to come from. But it's a very clean trade when you get that 5 close below to get to this support. This is a beautiful trade. Structure. 5 close below, get to this support, and it just continues perfectly to your next support, which is the 15, and then that's the spot it decides to reject. So now this could maybe create some pullback opportunities to continue down. Or if we create some bullish structure, we might want to continue up. Have a lot of zones though here. We have a 1 hour here. $30-minute will be lower. We have a 30-minute here. Hopefully 15 is the same. Yeah, that's good. There is this small zone between here and here. What does that look like? 19 points. So if you get some perfect closes, you could trade this 19-point range. What you would need is you would need some sort of consolidation, then a close above. Trade that 19. Not full consolidation, but just a couple of candles. Just to prove it won't do that. Because that would be your sell plan as well, right? You don't want to be buying and selling in the same zone just randomly. Like, oh, if it closes bullish, I buy. It closes bearish, I sell. No. You need there to be more confirmation. So for the sells, we would want to see candles change structure for sells. And probably a 15-minute candle close bearish at the same time as that. Yeah, that would be better. Especially since what target's been met. You know, 15-minute target has been met. So you need more confirmation to prove to you that shit is going down today. I need it not only to re-meet that target, but extend it. You know, that's what makes it. I mean, yeah, when you start to see, yeah, you'll see change of structure, be like price doesn't want to go up, because by all means, you know, DAX could just create a support here and start to go up, right? We could see DAX just, okay, fine, DAX wants to create a support. What do we see? We see it create support here and start to go up. You know, so if it wants to go down now, it needs to show that to us. It's already gone down. And where has it gone down to? Our target. So now what? You know? That's what you need to see, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you'll just keep making higher lows to continue up. And that's where you do this, right? You take a sell on a bearish candle, and then it does that. And then you ask yourself, shit, why did I lose my sells? You know? Personally on DAX, I get the same graph, but not the same values, around 2 points. Yeah, that's completely normal. Completely normal. Hi, I'm on my last tuna for my wife and 3 children. I need this win. Good luck, good luck. Last can of tuna, yeah. Man's scraping the barrel. You took a trade on gold. You took a long on gold. Oh shit, man. I would say that's your riskiest thing to trade today, is to gamble your last can of tuna for gold. He doesn't need a win, he needs protection. Fuck's sake, that's a funny comment. That's a funny comment. Yeah, that definitely is but no one will understand that comment. But that is comment of the day. Yes, that definitely wins comment of the day. We could snip that. If you watch the stream, you know, right? If you don't know, you don't know, because you won't get it. Please add me. Snip? Okay, fine. He wants to be featured on comment of the day. So we can feature him on comment of the day. Bro. German erections. You should have shorted orange juice. If you shorted orange juice, you would have made money. And then buy the dip on orange juice. Last can of tuna, yeah. I never knew there was orange juice futures. Neither did I. But there's always some idiot out there losing on orange juice. How uncool does it sound to tell your friends, yeah, I just lost on orange juice futures? Like, at least, yeah, I lost on DAX, you know, full German exchange. Sounds something better. I lost on gold, you know, sounds something better. But no, you have to go and say, I lost on orange juice futures. You sound like such, you're like, fuck, man. Poor guy. Guy tries to trade the most exotic pair and gets cooked. What is the ticker for orange juice futures, man? Someone find me the ticker. I need to see this, man. You know? I need to see this. My gold about it, 1-to-1. Harry, everyone teased you? No one teased you. Everyone said good luck because you're trading the riskiest pair. Now you're back in drawdown. OJKS, huh? Let's see. OJKS. Oh, I saw it. Holy shit. Oh my, there's orange juice futures, bro. This guy pressed buy here. Look at the history of this, guys. This shit has only gone up. And my man pressed buy here and lost. Poor guy, bro. Can you imagine? He's like, this is my last chance. Since 2022, this shit has gone up. There's no way no one is trading orange juice futures. There's no chance that someone is trading orange juice futures. It's my last chance. Man saw the breakout, he pressed buy. And called the top. all stacks against him. Even on orange juice futures, the market makers change. This I'd quit, man. I'd quit. No one's trading orange juice. Really, this would make me quit. There's no chance. I would say there's no chance. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the time? Like, this is how markets work. Like, we're seeing this. Literally, he posted it. He posted it. That the time he ripped on orange juice futures is the time he lost. Poor guy, bro.
He got some balls though, trying to do that. He got some balls by him.
Bro. Someone says this is the frozen one. No problem. Let's check the normal one. Orange juice futures chart. Let's see it. Daily time frame. Poor guy, bro. Let's see. Let's see. Wait, it's coming. We need candles. Look, in its history, it's gone up. Look at this rally from 2022. The time he presses buy, it rips. Bro, how can you be like, that's it, man. That's like that's it. Full market makers against you. I feel for this guy, man. I feel so much for this guy. It's like, I am really going to focus on trading something no one trades, no manipulation, impossible anyone sees this super trend. Literally super trend. Look at this pullback, nothing, just buy the dip. Man bought the dip again and now it's coming into a lower high. Super trend. See this breakout? He buys this pullback. He bought the pullback. What happens after buying the pullback? Rips the top. Story of every trader's life, man. What is it asking me to sign up? Fuck off, man. What have you offered me to sign up, bro? Actually, you gave me orange juice futures charts. But too bad. I'm done using them. Poor guy, man. I'm serious.
I don't think slap me in the face if I trade orange juice futures, man. I'm good with golden G.
But imagine doing that. Imagine doing, like, you're so desperate. You're on your last hope, and you full send orange juice futures that's been on a 4-year uptrend, 3-4-year uptrend, and the time you send it, it goes minus 50%. Never drinking orange juice in my life again. Never. That's it. I'm not touching that shit. No orange car. Nothing orange. Anything orange? X. X for that. Shit, man. Bro got rugged on orange juice. Where is that post? I need to make a short out of that. That's funny as hell. I posted it in general somewhere, man. I posted it. Look at this guy. It has to be here somewhere. Someone help me find it. Someone help me find it. Where did I post it? Can't be this far back. This is too far back. Someone help me find it.
Did Carson send it?
I sent it. Oh, someone found it. Yeah, but where? Where's that post? There was a post of my man losing on orange juice. Carson first sent it, and then there's a guy who I sent it before that one.
Before Carson?
Yeah. Check general. You found it? Oh, legend, bro, legend. Listen to the music. Listen to the music. Wait. Wait. Bro's depressed. Damn, bro. Man got rugged on orange juice.
Yo. This one is not gonna get old though.
Fuck, man.
Oh,
Shit. This better be on a YouTube short tomorrow. Okay, we'll edit it. We'll edit it. Man, poor guy, bro. I'm really like... We need to find this guy, bro. We need to find this guy. Let's all have a glass of orange juice today in his name. I I traded with coffee, sugar, soybeans. Maybe it's a US thing, but I know a guy who was heavy in those futures years ago. Apparently it's popular for real. Yeah, I can believe it, but the thing that makes it so funny is that it's been on a super trend, and the one time he does it, it has a generational dump. Hey Harry, first I stopped getting notifications. Now even if I search your YouTube live stream, it doesn't come up. Have to search the link on Discord. Really? Yeah, something happened, man. That's why we don't have as many viewers. I'm sure something happened. It's like I'm almost shadow banned or something. Maybe too much swearing on stream, talking about politics, you know? So I don't know what's going on, but if you turn on notifications, there's no chance you don't get it, you know? You just have to make sure to turn on the bell and set notifications to all. So make sure you guys do that so you know when I go live. Make sure you do that. And also doing that will help. I get stream notification every time. Yeah, because you have the right settings on. You have the right settings on. We wanted GJ to sell, man. That was a beautiful selling zone. Sells I felt would be so easy here.
Harry, a quick question about that.
Yeah. But I can't hear you. Your mic is fully away.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear.
You mentioned earlier that GJ retested the zone. I think it's around a 15.
It's a 1 hour zone, yeah. We'll put a line there. We'll put a little box. It's this little 1 hour support here.
Let me pull you up so I know they're on the same page.
Actually, technically didn't test it. Just missed it.
Yeah. So, okay. So would you base that just off of just knowing GJ, its characteristics?
No, because I assume that this is the reaction done. Like my question is, look at the size of the reaction from that zone. Huge.
Right.
All the way up here. So it's already grabbed its liquidity from that zone. Any fake out that was going to happen should have happened. The question, the resolution to that is we're back down to square one. We're back down to where we were before. So I'd be very surprised for it to do that yet again. Because especially with everything in sense. Let's say today was mixed bias. That would change things, because with a mixed bias today, with mixed bias today, it does have an issue, because if it was having mixed bias, because that could be a double bottom rejection point. But today we're full bearish bias, so it's everything,
Yeah, you gotta stick to bias. I was thinking, because the extra LTA that's up top, right above that wick, this is my thought process. Well, when you said that, I'm thinking, doesn't it have to come back up to clear that out, just to come back down? But
Not always.
I get what you're saying too. But that has to do with you knowing GJ as well, its characteristics, because not every pair is like that though, right?
I would say in this sense that concept can be applied across most pairs. I mean, let's say you got a good close here, you're still gonna have room to there. It's not like we're selling right at it, because if we were selling right at it, I would just sell below, because that would make common sense, you know. But like from here to here, you're gonna have 8-9 pips at least, so you're still gonna be okay. If it does reject and you start to see some strange things, you can just get out, you know.
BE or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Just be like, okay, I don't like the way it's reacting off that zone. I expected it to push through, right?
Right. At least you gave it a shot.
It's worth it, because if it just pushes through like butter, you're gonna be really pissed that you like, oh shit, and then you notice that you have all the confirmations, you know.
I think that's the best part about trade management too, and the way you break it down, because you know, if you see a shot and you go ahead and take it, right? But if you know that it can push, you know, past your BE point, right? Then that's good, right? You can, you know, put your stop loss at BE, and then if it comes back to it, then you know, you don't lose anything, right?
Exactly,
but if it plays off, right, you know, if it hits TP, you're good to go.
That's the thing, man, you know. So it's kind of like a comfortable situation in that sense. Setup 4 on GJ closing back in the range would make sense. Fully bearish buys, yeah, but that 15 makes it so tough. That's why I said I didn't want that 15 closing like that. You know, so you'd probably want actually a setup 5 from up here back down. Would be better. Yeah, DAX is moving well here, but it's just trying to make up its mind. This seems like news. Remember we had that German news that came out, factory orders. That maybe came out positive, not -2. We maybe saw a positive number. Let's see what that came out as. That came out as shit. -7. So why is DAX going up when factory orders are going down? That's mind-boggling to me. Unless this was sell the rumor, buy the news event. Damn. Maybe they sell the rumor, buy the news event, so they already priced it in. Hi, once you're done collecting data on US30, would you consider live streaming? And why? We do it already in the exclusive group. We do it in the exclusive group. On YouTube, I just stick to London session to stream YouTube. I do give a lot of time in London session, that's the difference. Money supply, yeah, defense stocks definitely helped. I don't know if markets are all waiting for NFP today. But if they are, then NFP should move pretty decent. I doubt it though. I mean, I just don't see such a fundamental case for that. I could be wrong though, but I just don't see a massive fundamental case for that. How much is your average profit and loss in pips? I think my average loss on GJ is around 14 pips, 15 pips. I actually should be able to see that data. No, I don't have that setting. We could get it from here. My average win overall, my average win in pips is 16. My average loss is 16. So 1-to-1. I'm a, you know, like that's what I said though. I'm a 1-to-1. So even with my trading style, I'm not negative, which is very good. I don't know this 8 is based on what, 8R or what? It's something weird. Setup 3 has not been working well, huh? I've taken 17 setup 3s. Out of those 17, 6 have lost. Wow. 8 have won. 57%. Like, long term, it's still slightly positive. But with the amount that it happens, that's interesting. We need to re-look into setup 3 recently. Thunderstorm is rocketing. And then my extended setup's kind of the stuff which would be setup 5 and stuff like that. Interesting.
Here, I got another question real quick, man.
Mm-hmm. Let's see
so
it.
I'm looking at it, right? And I'm looking at it from the 1 hour, right? And I see a LTA to the to the left. Obviously, it wouldn't be something we would take because that's not a part of our plan.
Mm-hmm.
But if it does reject from here, right? Let's say it's just, it grabs its liquidity and then it rejects from here. Can we add that to our our plan as
yeah, for sure. I mean, that would allow you to sell down, right? Because we're creating an LTA here, right? So we'd be able to actually sell back down. It's kind of also answering Alexi's question.
Good. Okay. Yeah, I was because I'm trying to pay attention to the most even the minorest detail, right? To see if that'll help with my plan and anything like that. So okay, all right, thanks for that.
Yeah, it does make sense. All good. Is the Thunderstorm entry vid for the YouTube or is that exclusive members? The Thunderstorm is on YouTube. The other extended setups are in the exclusive. Yes, they are in the exclusive. There's just a few of the setups. Like most of the stuff in the exclusive is making sure you guys have the small things and applying it, right? Like that's the whole point of the exclusive group, is for application. You can watch videos all day. It's not going to make you profitable. What I saw make people profitable is taking the videos and applying it. Applying it is what's going to make the difference. If you're not going to apply it, then it's not going to do shit to you. Like it really is not going to help at all. So like these are these setup 5, 6, 4 going into more market positioning, it's giving more detail about it. Like you see how many extra stuff, external and internal trading zones, using key levels properly, correct stop loss tracement, knowing when not to trade, and some of the advanced concepts here, trading when prices reach target, counter trend trading, managing trades, moving to mental break even. We have liquidity explained, volume, cascading support and resistance, trading Asian. We have our guys trading Asian, so how to, trading Asian, how to trade when candles are bigger. And these are some important topics, like there's a lot of stuff here. Knowing when to increase lot size, blah, blah, blah. All of that stuff. Value of holding runners versus closing full is a good one. And then this is a popular one, gold 1 minute breakout strategy. Very strong one. Use it quite a lot when gold was trending very heavy. Without that setup, would have missed a lot of opportunity. When in a one-to-one setting, do you ever ask your students to live screen record their trades to better assess? They're more than welcome to. Yes, I have had people do that as well. Right, I have had people do that as well. They're more than welcome. I don't do many one-to-ones though, but even in the group, like Brandon sometimes screen records his questions and posts them in the group for us to review and for me to review. So, people do that. It's just depending on which one you like. Do you trade daily during New York session and what time in the exclusive? New York open. We trade New York session in the live chat. So I post a New York plan, which is what trades I'm looking to take during New York. So I post my exact trade plan here. This is the same sell I took yesterday, right? More sells, set up one below. And then I chat in here and I talk about if I'm taking a trade, what we're looking for, and any questions people may have. Yesterday the guys took gold as well. I just took GJ only, GJ sells. I didn't take gold. GJ sells, I was hoping for more, but no, it didn't give as much as I wanted. But hey, something is something, right? Something is something. So that's it. Once you know the plans, that's it, you know. You can just be, you know, GJ has set up one here right now. And then took it, and then I'll be here at the support. Then I tapped this. So I update, you know. This was the sell. Every Wednesday we're live though. We're live on Wednesday. I wasn't on chat yesterday. It was alright. It didn't really give too much. I netted like 0.6%. 0.58, something like that with commissions and stuff. Gold was nicer. I'd rather have taken gold than GJ. They took some gold 5-minute buys. 5-minute buys were nice on gold. It did give a good push. Half that loss? Yeah, basically half, you know. Did you close B on GJ? No, I secured 80. I secured 80 at 2 pips from 1-to-1. And then I tried to leave a runner through news because I thought news was going to push heavy. So yeah. And that's it. It was awesome trade. We were live on Discord with Jay. Yeah, I saw that. You guys were in the live chat. I'm the same, Joe. I'm the same. But gold should have paid you 1-to-1, no? Should be better than me. Oh, you went half? Fair enough. I could see why. It was definitely on a 5. I wouldn't really say that's such a bad thing. Alright, so DAX is trying to create some sort of resistance, it seems. We did create one resistance on the 5. So if we break this below here, we could see the sells happen. What's the largest single trade loss for you, Harry? Was only by accident. So the largest single trade loss was how much I accounted to lose. So whatever my risk was the largest trade I lost. But by accident, I had a crypto account. I think there was about 12-15K in there. And I left a buy order. It was just a gamble account. Not gamble, but I was just trying to flip it, make maybe 20K, 30K. In crypto, back in that time, you make stupid money. It's a lot harder to do that when everything, like these days. But anyways, I was just longing everything. I couldn't care when you were making like super decent from the bull run. So I had that account. I left a buy limit and I forgot about that account. I just forgot I had 15K and a buy limit open. I then go to check that account and I see that my position is in like minus $4,000 drawdown. So I just closed the position minus $4,000 and that was that. End of story. The crazy thing is when I got triggered, I was up 2.8K. I was up 2.8K because it triggered when I didn't know. And then there was like a crash. I'm just happy the whole account didn't go. You know? So that's the biggest loss I took, and that was just an accidental loss because I honestly forgot about that account. At the time, I was trading on FTX before they all blow up, and Bybit. Those were the two crypto exchanges. So my main trading account was on Bybit, so I forgot about the FTX one. Not fun to lose 4K, but it's okay, you know, it's nothing you can do. But the main thing is I'm pretty happy with myself. Like looking back with my looking back at my what's this called? Looking back at what I did in that moment by just closing the trade exactly, no emotions. It was Bitcoin, Bentley. It was Bitcoin. No emotions, just closing the trade. I'm happy with that. Because it's not a trade I planned. It already played out a little bit. So really, it was like you don't want to... The biggest mistake people make is they hold on to it, hoping that it would go back up. If you didn't close the trade, would it have MC or be profitable after that? No, it would have blown my whole account. I would have been liquidated. But that doesn't matter. Even if it went back into profit, you don't know that. It's not a planned trade. There's no stop loss. You know? If it's not a planned trade, then doesn't matter. Like, even if it was to play out again, you want to get out. Why not try a prop firm challenge for fun and go stupid aggressive? I rather just do it seriously, not just for fun, you know? Just actually do it and then, you know, take it easy, take it slow, and then you're kind of guaranteed to pass at that point. You know, yeah, it might take longer if I take it slow, but I'm not in a rush because it's not going to change my current situation. It will only improve it when you get the account and then you have another income source. Just have to be careful online, bro. You know, especially I have a lot of members who trade on funded. If they can pull you up on that type of stuff. And then after that, thankfully, I've never lost more than I've accounted for. Like, there's been times where I've inputted wrong lot size. Like, too big of lot size. And I've immediately closed the position. I'm like, shit, that's too big. That was wrong size. And I just immediately close.
Harry, what do you think about GJ? I just posted it right there.
Yeah, we need to see how it closes though in 6 minutes, right?
Oh yeah.
We don't know how it's gonna close. It might reject last 4 minutes, whatever. You know, it could work, definitely retest it. I'd prefer, you see, the only thing that it's gonna remove probabilities is 5 minutes is making higher lows, higher highs. There's no reason why this can't just do this again. And you're gonna lose that trade. So in this type of scenario, it would be great to get this type of thing. Like, it's always harder to trade in the range than out of the range, right? And this is what I mean, wait for close, because now this could just dump all the way down to here. And now it doesn't make sense to take the trade. Then price is just being bullshit in the range, which is pretty normal. Is too big for you is 10 lots? No, 10 lots is not that big. It just depends on what you're risking. So, for example, a mistake of putting in too big lot size would be like, I'm quickly trying to calculate and maybe I'm supposed to use a 2 lot, but I put a 5, or I'm supposed to use a I remember once this was one time, and I went with it and it worked out. It was pretty cool. That was cool. I put a 15 lot on GJ. I was supposed to put a 8 lot. I put a 15 lot on GJ, and it was like ended up being $1,300 risk. And I just said, fuck it, I trust the trade. And I took the trade and it won, made 1,500, which was nice.
Harry,
That was the first time. Yeah, go ahead.
Earlier, it's best to trade in the range than out of the range?
No, it's better to trade out the range than in the range. Opposite.
I was about to say, can you explain that? But all right.
Yeah. Your YouTube chat is frozen on stream? It's not frozen on stream. I can see the latest messages coming up. I'm trying to think. Look at DAX, right? This is where this sell could actually happen below maybe the previous 4-hour support. You see, if we get back below that range again, definitely a sell could happen there. I quite like that idea. It's big range. You're just repeating the sell that happened this morning with more confirmation. 40 points, pretty nice. You get a better stop loss, something like a 19-point stop loss. I like that idea. I like that idea.
It's times like these where I ask myself, you know, what reason does DAX have to, well, not DAX, but any other pair that I would trade, have to come back, have to go back, right? What does that to go back for? Any more liquidity that's to grab before, you know, coming back down or up? It's times like those where I ask myself, because, you know, I'm close to taking the trade, so I want to, you know,
dissect
my
it.
confluence and come up with, you know, a definitive idea, right? Rather than take the trade.
I think, but then that can also lead to overthinking. You know, like definitely you need to think about those things, like why has it pulled back? Is this just going to be a fake out? At the same time, we can also think, okay, daily has rejected as well. We're trying to go up all day, you know, like we've tried to go up, but now we're failing to go up. So if we start to leave this range, you know, and we start to get out of this range, you know, we could see that easily start to come down as well. And obviously it will invalidate the setup if we start creating 5-minute higher lows right now. You know? Harry, you change your camera today? No, same camera. Harry, do you trade supply and demand strategy? All capitals! Why are you shouting? Don't shout. I'm going to teach you a lesson, brother. I'm going to teach you a lesson. It's a pretty cool lesson. And this is the lesson. I want you to write this down on a piece of paper. I want you to write this down on a piece of paper. Holy shit, that's weird. It doesn't show that I'm live. Why doesn't it show that I'm live? It should have a little circle here around my name. Okay. And I'm going to teach you a very cool lesson. The lesson is called, you need to learn to READ. Can you repeat after me? READ. After you learn that, how to READ, you're going to go to the title of the stream and you're going to see what does he trade. Live Forex trading, gold, GBP JPY and DAX, price action. Oh, there we go. Bing, bing, bing. Price action. Maybe that answers your question if I trade supply and demand. Just joking, brother. I trade price action, yes. You need to have some fun, boys. Strategy, that's literally how I write That's how I write strategy sometimes. I write it like that. I'm always doing that. I'm always messing up like that. I'm sure you've traded supply and demand. Yeah, I don't disagree with supply and demand. It's just I prefer supply and demand on higher time frames. It's powerful on higher time frames. Like for when I swing trade, I look for those type of zones. But yeah, I mean it's a form of price action. Yeah. So I mean I'm just messing with him. Just had some fun. Probably hates me now, but you know, was having some fun. Guys, just gonna go toilet, come back, be back.
Gotta have fun with it. Don't forget about the fair value gaps, the FVGs, the imbalances. And they be talking about minor breaker structures and sub breaker structures and shit. Yeah, it is. It is the same as support and resistance. It's just created in a different way. Like the way Harry does his support and resistances is, to me, is way better. Is way much more simpler. But the way institutional does it is too complicated. They create boxes and they wait till price hits that box, and then they have to make sure that, you know, change of structure happens and all that. So, you know, this is the better way to do it, because institutional is just way too complex. But I was institutional when I first found out about Harry. But when I saw how Harry was working, how he does things, I was like, damn, this is way simple, right? So I just went with Harry's way.
Support and resistance different from supply and demand? Yeah, support and resistance, you're looking for closes. Supply and demand is reaction zones. Who's that speaking? His name is Brandon. Did you see the higher low, Alexi, we spoke about? The potential. Now it's creating that higher low. Check gold, brother. What do you want me to check on gold? We're in a range. It's very hard to trade this range. I want to see where can I buy DAX. Like, it makes sense. We're getting good volume, but there's no ranges for me. It's a little bit annoying when there's no ranges. I zoomed out on foreign gold. I was like, I'm gonna wait for a good breakout and a support. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. 23.27, but it's miles away. Just chilling. Yeah, above here. Yeah. We're gonna see the open. Open can dump down. We can't, you know. Can start to take the sell idea. Still a possibility. It's looking more like a liquidity grab though. We're gonna see. London open about 10 minutes only. Just want to say thank you, Ari, for informing me how to truly trade orange juice true mentor. I'm telling you, we're built different, bro. We're built different. We really do this? Today I'll drink orange juice. I'll put it on my story and write, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. trying to find that where I had that orange juice futures. Has to be in my camera roll, right? I guess I'll just save it from Discord. Such a low quality pic though. What is GJ doing? Still deciding. How big is this range? 15 points. Tough ranges, right? 1 hour looks clean though. Do I use fib levels? No. Fibonacci is my eyes. My eyes work like a Fibonacci.
Harry, what are some of the things that might cause you to switch bias?
I need there to be like mixed bias, but like definitely second breaks of structure. Like say today was a bearish bias, full bearish bias. I would be like, okay, we pushed very heavily. We reached a target today. Now that we reached a target and we're breaking through all these structures, if there was a buy setup to come, I would pretty much trust it because it's kind of showing me that there's a lot of buying pressure in today's market. And if we have ranges and it hasn't pushed too much, like it's only been 2 candles really, so you still have room. Give me confidence to say, okay, I can actually take a counter trend trade, right?
In an event like that, it wouldn't be, since it's going to be, you know, a counter trend trade, you wouldn't want to go full risk, right?
No, you can, because you'd have the confirmation. The time where you don't want to go full risk is kind of like, let's say you're doing a counter trend trade, but without the extra confirmation. You're doing it early.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know.
And the example that you were talking about, since it already hit target, right? If it has LTA above, why not? You can always manage the trade. If it does not go your way, put it at BE, so on and there.
Precisely. Especially you hit target and it's changing structure and breaking through levels. It makes sense, you know. You can give it a shot. And what's going to happen is what happened to us on Monday, right? That's kind of like, we didn't know on Monday that price was going to start to go down on Monday, right? When we took the buys from down, was it here? That's Tuesday. It was Tuesday, actually. When we took the buys from down here at London or wherever it was, you know, you remember we took those buys. We didn't know these buys right here. We took these buys fake out back in the range. We didn't know it was going to dump down after that because we were still bullish on higher time frames. So essentially what's going to happen is what happened to us here. All it's going to do is it's going to just fade out. Boom. You know, and you're just going to be like, okay. And that would kind of be the reaction of a counter trend trade. You just get a break even or something. Trump signed an executive order. I saw Bitcoin reserve, and also he talked about currency changing cryptocurrencies to be considered as a security and to be run by the government. What European index do you recommend? The DAX. The DAX is the best in my opinion. You think at one point you'll switch to fixed lots regardless of the trade? You always have lower risk trades. Why would I have fixed lots? That's like, I used to trade fixed lots, but that's because my trades were always same size stop loss. Very rarely, like that's just how GJ was. You would always have a very similar size stop loss, maybe 2-3 pips up or down. But trading fixed lots when your trade size is changing consistently is extremely silly. and extremely dangerous, because you know, you could be risking 300 on one trade with a 10 lot, but on another trade you're risking 3,000. You'll be cooked, man. You'd be cooked, you know. So you have to adjust and just keep the risk the same. That's what's important. So maybe if you're asking your question to change it to, would you always risk the same amount no matter what trade it is? I think that's valid, yeah. I just like to have, I think at my level, I have the knowledge of when I can execute on a lower risk trade. But if I didn't have that knowledge, then I'm definitely just executing on always full risk. I would not do half risk, because at that stage, if I'm contemplating going half risk, means that I'm not too sure about the trade to begin with, you know. So then I would blame myself. Like if I was not a beginner, but someone who's like not obviously as proficient as me in my own strategy, then I would just be going full risk every trade, because anything below half risk would make me be like, okay, I'm not competent in that trade, you know. And you want to break that barrier of you being, because when you have that option, when you have the option to go half risk, you're going to choose it because it's a nice way out from needing to do what needs to be done. And when you think about it long term, half a percent risk is really nothing, man. Like you should not be scared to put 1% risk in the market, you know. It's an extremely safe thing to put 1% risk. On a funded challenge, it sucks because you have only 10 shots. On a funded challenge, putting 1% risk is equivalent of putting up 10% risk on a normal account, right? Because your account is blown after minus 10%. So that's why on a funded account, it makes it seem like 1% risk is scary, right? But it needs to be done. And that's just the rules. If you have a bad swing and you lose 10%, doesn't mean you're a bad trader long term. Doesn't mean you're an unprofitable trader just because you lost 10%. You know, I could easily make that back in a couple of months if that was to ever happen to me. So it doesn't make me a bad trader. It makes me, okay, I had a bad patch. But on a funded challenge, you would blow the account. You know? On funded, I do 0.5%. Yeah, that's fine when you're funded. I would say challenge account, though, you don't want to be doing low risk on challenge account. It would just take too long to pass. Do you trade personal or funded? I trade personal. When I take an A+ setup, I feel confident to take full risk. Then when I feel the desire to take half-ass setup, I half risk on a smaller account and the win rate is always way worse. Exactly, that's my point. Then you really, it's good to try it though. I encourage everyone to try it just to prove to yourself that quality is better than quantity, and doing that drill will really prove that to you. Like, trust me, I used to trade quantity, guys. I used to take as many trades as possible during a day. Like, I was easily taking maybe 5 trades a day. And the only reason I'm doing what I do now is because this is what's brought me consistency, and it's the best I can share and do that, you know, obviously live. It's pretty, a lot of people can sell you into what they're doing and saying that they take multiple trades a day and always win, but you don't get to see them live. You just get to see their Instagram posts. So it's hard to believe that always, you know, hard to believe that always. What lot size would you use on a $100 account? 0.01. And I would use the $100 account to practice. If you're trying to flip the account, I'll take that money and put it somewhere better. You can get a month worth of really high quality education and be part of a community for half of that. And that would pay back a lot more and make sure that you're on the right track. Even if you could only join for a month, like, I would recommend that instead of wasting your money. London Open here, let's see what we got. Trying to decide right now, going up, going down. Not really the most exciting London Open, but we don't know. It could just pop off randomly. We're not seeing much. Going up, going down. I would have preferred yesterday like this on London Open, where we didn't dump and take us out break even. And then we get a nice fly. Actually, no, that was the day before. So 1 hour is closing bullish, back in the range, which is not the best here. 30-minute as well closed bearish. Okay, that's more interesting. 15-minute here is creating like a rejection candle, set up 3 breaking lows. And 5-minute time frame we don't know yet. So we're gonna see if this candle can close below here. I wonder if this one candle is enough to do it. Stops are a bit big in my opinion. Prefer to see the next. If this just dumps through, it's a hard trade to take. It's a hard trade to take if this just dumps through. That's not a trade I can plan for. Nothing really I can do about that. So I hope it doesn't mess us up. Would be pretty boring. So hopefully this can go and create some sort of close for us. What about this? Mixed session bias, very small candle here. Again, you'd seem to love trading the range. I mean, your markup is lazy here, so go do a proper markup. Actually, no, you're color coded, so I take that back. I take that back. I take that back. You're color coded, so you know what each line means. You know what each line means. Yeah. I take it back. I mean, this daily, it's not really a bad daily for sells, if I'm being honest. Man, G looks good for upside, if I'm being honest. G above this 4-hour would be nice.
I was looking at GU and EU as well, but I thought because of the the high rise that it had, all those candles, especially on the daily, it might just drop.
Yeah, it could, but the thing is, I think it might even just range before NFP, right? So in that sense, Alexi, your sell would make sense from the top of the range. Only problem, again, you're selling higher lows. Higher lows on the 5-minute. You want that change of structure would be better. If you take it now, it's a higher risk trade. If it creates a higher load, you need to get out. You need to get out. I think this was quite a nice long, a little bit close. This was a nice long here, actually. Close above here with 5-minute structure. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's good. DJ is also consolidating. You see how DAX is coping here. So look, this is why you have to wait for closures. A lot of people would have impulsively trade break of lows here. Would have seen some green, but then now they're crying themselves to sleep. Setup 3 mixed bias in orange juice. Yeah, definitely. Orange juice does have. Yeah, check this out. Continuation play, right? Setup 1 still in play. We have a setup 3 now. Had a setup 5 up here as well. Orange juice looking clean, boys. Looking juicy.
No pun intended.
Harry, how many spots are there in the exclusive right now? We still have 5, bro. Still 5. Just join from the website. And yeah, very happy with the guys in there. Very solid community, man. Sick to have such a solid community. No BS, man. No BS. Like, very surprised with the way we've been going on. No BS. So this is why closure is very important. I'm pretending buy on orange juice. I'm optimistic people need vitamin C. Damn, bro. So DAX grab liquidity bottom of the range. Where do we want to go now? Does it want to try the upside now? Straight into resistance. Damn. Tough ranges, boys. Tough ranges. This closed at resistance unless the nipple closed above. Yeah, nipple close. 1 hour. 1 hour closed that though. That would make it invalid. Buy above on DAX, buy above what? Buy above what? That's your problem. You don't know what it's gonna reject. I mean, you could rip it. You could just rip it. Yeah, sure, take it. See what happens though. Maybe you get lucky, but I won't get lucky because I know the minute I rip that, it's gonna do exactly this. It's gonna reject the 5-minute resistance and I lose the trade. And then I'm gonna be like, shit, I bought into resistance. That shit doesn't work for me. No, yesterday we had no resistance. We had a setup 3. But only thing I didn't wait for is 5-minute close. I still get punished. So me buying into resistance, which breaks my plan, I'm definitely getting punished. I definitely am getting punished. So I don't want to be punished. How's GJ doing? GJ slowly chopping its way up. Listen, I'm still okay for those sells on DAX, huh? Do you normally take DAX impulse without waiting on 5 close? No, but yesterday we had a setup 3. So I took the setup 3. Man, DAX is nasty. Everyone who impulsively traded today, cooked. Look how cooked they got. Took liquidity from highs. Took liquidity from lows. Double loss. That's a disgusting position.
Curious how many people took that.
I'm sure a lot, bro. You could imagine. And that's the thing, like, they do that yesterday, maybe once, they get away with it. But then you do it today, you don't get away with it, you lose twice. So you're actually negative, you know? It's actually negative.
That's the psychology behind it.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that too. When you get away with it once, you think it's okay to do it next time. You did it first time. So you get accustomed to it. And if you do succeed the second time,
oof,
it's even worse.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's even more of a confirmation to do it the following time. You might even go double the risk, you know,
Yeah,
and lose
yeah,
that one.
yeah.
Because you feeling like, you know, you have a lot of confidence. I definitely see
For
that.
sure, for sure. I wonder if now they get away with, let's just say, selling the lows one more time. Problem is I can't get in here because there's like no 1-minute structure as well to even blast it on a 1 minute. 15-minute is still bullish, the previous one. I'm not sure how I would take this. I mean, impulsively break of this low, but then do I think the range is worth it? 21 points, stop loss is like 75 point. I mean, you could run a random stop loss, like just back in the range here and expect it not to flip. But, you know, this is just like kind of making it up if you ask me.
Yeah, expectations, man. Can't expect
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You need probability to be on that side.
Yes, sir. Any promo codes for the exclusive? No, the exclusive is already the one of the cheapest. I do it like, I'm telling you, the amount of value you get in the exclusive, most people have to pay hundreds of dollars, if not thousands, to be able to even speak to the group owner when I'm there most of the time, and most people are speaking to me. Not only that, do I know them? I know them. I know them who they are. I know their level, you know. So to get that type of what do you call it, attention for that price, if I did it any cheaper, I'm selling myself out for too cheap, you know. Like, I would feel bad because it just make it not worth it. Really wouldn't make it worth it. Plus, I think we'd start to get a low quality audience in there. Alright, so it's not over yet. It's not over yet. We have a 5-minute close. If a thunderstorm can come, that will give us smaller stop loss with a thunderstorm. Let's see. You know, do keep in mind it could just break the low now and end up dumping heavy, but there's nowhere to put stops. So even if you were to take this trade, I think there's not even 1 minute to resistance even, believe it or not. Let's see. 1 minute. Yeah, nothing even on 1 minute. So You're cutting... nothing really, to be honest. So the cool thing is, if you look back at this trade, and this is what I want everyone to notice. If you look back at this trade, you're going to look back at this trade and be like, even though it's not a valid setup, but let's just say you're trying to force a trade because this closed back inside the range. You're going to look back at this trade and you're going to be like, if I took a sell break of the low and put my stop loss above the high, I would have been fine. But guess what? It broke the low first and then broke the high. You would have had your SL above and then went. So you wouldn't have been fine. Very important, guys, when you're looking back on trades, to make sure you understand what the full picture happened. Don't fool yourself on seeing something thinking it was an amazing trade. Doesn't necessarily mean that at all. I mean, sells below here can still make sense, guys, especially with this volume. We've seen DAX have some very heavy days, huh? We've seen DAX have some very heavy days. It's not to mean that today is a heavy day, but if volume comes, volume comes. You see what I'm saying? And today, the thing is, I can be super conservative. Meaning, if I don't see volume come, I just get out. I get out, whether that's -1, 2 points or at break even, or I just sit at break even and let it, you know, let it do its thing. Because there's no way, if I don't see volume coming, I'm trusting it, because every time volume has not come in DAX this week, it's failed. So why should I try today to let volume come? Even if it does work out today, it's just not something I can control. How's week been? I've only taken one trade off stream this week. Just been the New York trade. Makes sense that I'll be selling bottom of the range. It would be, yes, but it's the only choice we have at the moment is to attempt that. It is riskier, but if we get a good setup, then I think it would be at least worth the shot. The only worst thing that can happen is we get triggered and it goes straight into drawdown. But scared money don't make no money, right? I followed your daily streams for a month. I've learned a lot. I'm joining exclusives. You're more than welcome, brother. I'll see you on the bright side.
Hey, Ray, I see something interesting over here. It might be a future. It might be for a New York plan. I just sent it through the New York plan's feedback. It might be something. It might be something because, you know, if price continues to drop.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's a great zone, you know.
Yeah, and you know, the 4 hour, you know, is followed by the 1 hours, and then the 1 hour is followed by the 15. So if we can get a close below, right, on each, you know, line, you know, that and we have a clean range below, that's a good trade right there. It might be a trade for New York.
You have to wait till after NFP though, for sure.
Definitely.
From memory, DAX usually ranges on NFP days. Yeah, I do. I think the whole market's ranging today on NFP day, if I'm being honest. Seeing gold still stuck in this range, not creating us clean candle zones to trade in. See how GJ has progressed? Oof, pretty nasty. It's a painful week, if I'm being honest. Ever considered to trade live during NY also to boost viewership? I'm a London streamer, bro. I have traded live on New York. At least we got this week first of the month. Yeah, it just sucks because the last week of last month was slow and the first week of this month is slow. But we can't complain, guys. There's been some huge geopolitical tensions going on. We've had spikes of a war starting. We've had trade tariffs come in. Like, the market's confused. I understand it, you know. Like, it makes total sense. Like, no wonder we're seeing this type of movement. I mean, just look at GJ on the 4 hour and tell me how good that looks. It looks like no trend. We're still like, we've progressed from 2 weeks. We've progressed 117 pips in 2 weeks. You know, 2 weeks to progress 117 pips. Look at gold for the beginning of the week. You know, Monday was good. We recovered here on Monday. And look, you know what's surprising, guys? The only good trade for this week is the trade that I hesitated out of. It would have been a good week if I took that one trade. That could have changed my week. And that's how tight margins are. Because think about it. That gold trade, look at gold for the whole week, guys. Use your eyes here. That gold trade on Tuesday was the best trade. Because look what happened after that trade. That day where price pushed up on Tuesday here. Right? When that price pushed up on Tuesday here, that was the trade, 100 pip trade. And then what have we done for the rest of the week? We've ranged. So that's how important sometimes one trade can make a massive difference. But if I know a lot of you guys in YouTube chat have caught it, you know, and some of the guys, but I hesitated out of it. So that's what it did for me. Let's go see GJ. GJ, we know, have been really complex. Yesterday, NY, it gave a small trade as it started to break through the lows. That's about it. Just a little bit here. Otherwise, it's been ranging. DAX, we've tried to trade DAX. We've taken DAX, right? Twice in a row. I've got only, like, this week has been tough for me because I've taken 2 trades on DAX. Both of those trades stopped me out break even, and all of those had 20 plus points. One trade was only -4 points from my TP. The other one was 10 points from my TP. Like, that just sucks. That just sucks. You miss GBP USD? I don't trade GBP USD. I don't miss what I don't trade. You miss Bitcoin in 2003, brother. It's like the equivalent of saying that. Like, this week should have been a profitable week if I had 4 pips more volume on Monday, right? If I had 4 pips more volume, I would have been, this week I'd be up easily 3%. So it's a fine detail this week. Very, very minute trades make massive difference this week. When global conditions will cool off, hopefully by this week. But it's, you know, the problem is that I don't mind there being global conditions, as you call, you know, things happening, because that brings volume. So it's okay if it brings volume, but it's not bringing volume because after, look what gold has done after Monday and Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday was fine. I missed my gold trade, range. So it didn't do anything, right? Same thing with GJ, has been in a disgusting range. Disgusting range, random push out, big push down. I took some of the sells, and today we're just trying to bounce. We're trying to bounce into 4-hour resistance right now. It's trying to make a decision what it wants to do here. How will this affect BTC? Should help it long term. But, you know, this is kind of like Trump probably pumping to get his friends out of BTC. DAX seems promising if it falls below opening. Yeah, it could give an option here. I just don't like the volume. I don't like the volume. Back work next week. I won't be able to join live, but watch YouTube feed. Thanks throughout the day. Sure, man. Any questions you have, let us know. Let me know. And have a good weekend, man. Cheers, man. I'm saying bye to someone in the exclusive group, not on YouTube. I'm gonna stay for maybe like a bit more. Am I running back test? Has he spoke to you, Ari? No, he hasn't spoke to me. I think he's been busy with work. Hope he's alright. Should DM him. It's Ramadan, bro. What the fuck? You're not supposed to say what the fuck in Ramadan, right? And what you mean? Like, well, what's the problem? He or she already break fast? Yeah, maybe. Where's the T? Oh, you pressed R instead of T because they're next to each other. Problem, you need to go pray. If you're talking about me because I poured water, yeah, of course, I'm not fasting. And I don't think, and if I was fasting and someone poured water next to me, I wouldn't have an issue because I'm fasting. That's why should someone pouring water next to me affect my fast? Oh, I can't handle it. He's pouring water. I feel thirsty. No, it's not the point of fasting, bro. Not the point. If that's your mental fortitude, definitely. I'm not going to discuss religion though, but because it's one of my rules. But I'm sure that that's not what fasting was intended for. Yo, Kieran. DAX? We're looking at DAX, brother. We're looking at DAX is on my screen. Fasting biologically does not stop with water. Yeah, but in Islam, fasting is without even water. Does make it hard. I mean, you should see some of my friends at gym, man. You know, some of my friends at gym, I really respect them with high respect. They come and they train. They start training 10 minutes before Adhan. Adhan is basically the prayer where you break your fast, right? It's a call to prayer. And it basically tells you that, okay, fasting is done for the day. Okay? So, they train 10 minutes before that. So, they've fasted for like 13 hours by that time. And been up, like they go to work as well. They all work early in the morning. That's respect for me. Like, I have a lot of respect for them on that stuff. Because that's hard to go and train. And then while they're training, they break fast. Both the higher low. Yeah, I mean, technically, then this is pretty good. It is moving nice, I do have to say. All right, 4 minutes for this candle to close below. Let's see if we get the close below or what. What is DAX going to do here? It will also be the 15-minute close, which is quite nice. How long are you trading and when did you become profitable? Trading 5 years. It's my 5th year. And I became profitable after basically 2.5, you could say. Had to prove 6 months of profitability. I hope it doesn't push through like this. Would be a little bit annoying. Fasting is not hard as it seems. Actually, it's the best month of the year for me at least. It's just in summer, heat's a little bit hard because of the thirst. I agree. Yeah, actually, you know, one of the sayings you tell to someone in Ramadan is you tell them, Mabruk alayhi shahr, which means congrats on this month. It's a very positive thing to fast, and people look forward for, people look forward to fast. It's not something that is like, they look forward to fast. So to be honest, it's definitely something that they go around with positively, not being like, oh, that guy's drinking water. They're definitely not doing that stuff. I can guarantee that.
Isn't fasting like a choice?
Not in Islam. I mean, of course, anything is a choice in life, but, it's mandatory. If you don't do it, I think, then, it's not very good in my opinion. It is mandatory, but, if he didn't want to do it, he wouldn't have to do it, but I guess I wouldn't agree. It's kind of like prayer, right? In Islam, you need to pray 5 times a day. But, people who are Muslim don't pray 5 times a day. I know people who do that. They don't. All right, let's see this candle close. 1 minute structure. We can take an aggressive trade to push through these resistances. No valid S3 on DAX? No, there was no S3. Where's your S3, brother? Where's your S3? I think you have the wrong idea of S3. 60 pip SL? Yeah, that's why I said 1 minute structure. I'm going to use that as SL. 40 pip SL, 40. 38. No bottom wick is quite nice if I'm being honest. Trade on the flip could be interesting here. Regardless, top wick is quite nice. It is a very small nipple. It's also kind of a small gap up as well. Look, I'm gonna, I think I'm late. Wait. Maybe it pops up a little bit now. I get a chance. I haven't put lot size. I'm late. Shit, man. I missed it. I was talking to you guys. Shit. Nah, that pissed me off now, man. Why I have to talk? That was my position there on flip, man. Break even, break of low. Ah, man. Current candle top wick. Hopefully stops me out break even. I feel better. But I need to concentrate. I'll feel better. I'll feel better. I feel better. I feel better. I thought I really missed it. I thought DAX was gonna fly, man. Okay, I would have been out break even. Okay. Okay, I really thought I missed it. Watch it fly now. Watch it fly. I would have managed it like that though, guys. I really would have managed it like that. I really would have managed it like that myself. So I might have lost it. I don't know. Or not lost, but I might have missed the position. Because I would have managed it like that. So close to this 30-minute support. I honestly would have managed it like that. DAX looks like it just wants to go down, man. I don't know how. Kind of like you have to get in and just kind of like take a impulsive entry. And I hate to say that because yesterday it punished me. I would have been out. And that's the pure honest truth here. I would have been out. I probably would have been more pissed. Oh, imagine it reverses again 1 pip from TP. Let's just see how this position would have looked like this, but I would have been out. Would have been very aggressive position. That's why I would have been super aggressive with management, because my stop loss is above current candle high for 25 pips. TP would have been 25 pips here. I would just look for a 1-to-1. And then I would have been break even. I actually would have got it here. But I would have been stopped out break even. And that's what people, that's what would have happened to me. Especially with no top wick on 1 minute. I definitely would have been stopped out break even myself. Would have been unfortunate, but it would have been following my rules. But the plan was correct here. That's tough. TP would have hit TP. Especially now daily support is hit. That would have been the trade. But I would have got out break even, and that's the honest truth here. Because I wouldn't have trusted this with my current candle stops. You know? Unless I just said, okay, I don't care. If it breaks 1 minute structure, I'm taking a loss here. But I really wouldn't have wanted to take a loss on a position like this so close to 30-minute. Why would you be there? Break of low. I'm taking a very impulsive trade. But that would have annoyed me more that it played out after stopping me out break even. That is clean. So that's the honest truth. What would have happened to me today? I would have got out break even. So sometimes things look good, but when you talk about them in reality, that's what happens. I took it and it hit TP. If you decided to hold, yeah, I got B. Didn't get slipped. Tom is in buys. Who's Tom? Someone in chat? Let's see if someone in chat said I took buys when I was saying I took sell. Let me see. I don't see anyone who said that. I don't see anyone who said that they're taking buys in chat. But whoever took buys, it's a bit iffy, I think, to try take buys with this bearish momentum. But hey, if they're following their plan, I guess. I sold when you were talking about it. Yeah, I literally was talking about it. I'm going to get, and then it started flipping, and I didn't have lot size prepared. But I would have got break even if I had everything perfect today. Perfect, I would have really probably gone break even there. Five-minute close below daily support. 1 minute scalp option. Never mind. No top wick. Oh no, Thomas, the guy on stream. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, people follow their plans. If his plan didn't work today, then hopefully it works another day, and that's it, man. I get which Tom you're talking about. My bad. Magic keys would prevent this to happen. No, me not trying to call a trade for you guys would prevent that to happen if I just focused on myself. But me having to call out my position before taking it, which I shouldn't really be doing, that causes me some delay. Like, I really shouldn't be doing that. There's no reason for me to do that. But I would have been break even, like really, like honestly guys, honestly, even if I would have been more pissed because I would have been stop break even following my plan of breaking those lows. So
I know you missed, but when you said you missed it, I wasn't in, but I took S5 on 5 minutes. Immediately rejected, then break of low, I entered.
there's no S5 on 5 minute though. I don't know what you're taking. Five minute is straight bearish candles. Break of lowest low? Which low? Oh, this low here? No, I think that's way too close to the 5 minute support. You see? Trust me, you guys would have, this trade you would have lost. Yeah, but look, man. So if you lose this trade, this is what I don't understand. You guys always see things that you think they're good trades. If this rejected from here, what are you going to tell yourself? You're going to slap yourself for that, man. You know that's like an option where you get cooked most of the time. So that's why the flip was fine, because we have room to that. 14 points is good enough, right? 14 points is good enough. 14 points is good enough. But selling here with like 3 points? Less than 3 points. Let's zoom in and see. 2.9, yeah, 3 points, whatever. With spread and all of that stuff. So you do this and then you take it again and you give all those profits back. So that's the only way to get in today was the flip, because the flip gives you enough room to this zone here, which is the whole reason I was looking for the flip, because flip gives you like at least 12 points. 12 points you can make a decision, and the decision I would have made when that 1 minute tapped that zone, you see that 1 minute, I probably would have gone break even though technically it didn't tap it exactly. Let's go and see perfectly here if it tapped it or not. Move this up. This is where the support is. Let's go see if the 1 minute tapped it. And if it did, that would have been my break even, right? I mean, technically not, but maybe I would have considered that tapped. Again, that's what Tony was just showing. You sold straight into 5-minute support. You need to take the flip. Flip.
So Ari, if I was in that position, you would consider a losing position long term or just
100%.
FOMO?
FOMO, losing position long term, because if you lose that trade, what feedback are you going to give yourself? I sold that support.
Yeah, but I wasn't considered that level. I don't know why, because I was looking at higher time frames, and you can see there was all the rejection week, and I didn't see that 5-minute support, so I wasn't considering that. I don't know.
It's not only 5, it's a 15 as well, right?
Yeah, but that one was crossed one times.
Yeah, which is why we can still trade this zone, but doesn't mean that we have to ignore taking trades in this zone. It's the hardest place to take. It's just think about this logically, guys.
Yeah.
Look how many rejections have come from this zone. Okay, it's a daily support. All of these rejections are here, and this is the only time it pushed through. What are your chances? If you took this trade here, it failed. Here it failed. Here it failed. Here it failed. This time it pushed through. So it's a risky trade, and selling right at the low, you need to sell to the lows. So if you're going to take this trade, you take on the flip. That's it. To give yourself room to here. You take it any earlier than the flip, any later than the flip, it becomes too risky. You just accept missing the position. You can't push yourself because you're going to lose long term on that position, guaranteed. I can put a lot of money. I will buy at this zone compared to sell long term and make more money. Just randomly buying.
And the fact that we take all this liquidity on the pre-London, that could be a good factor to increase our hedge on this position on sell.
Yeah, but that's why we were looking to still take it, right? I had it planned.
Okay, but the flip was the best in this position.
Because the flip, at least you get to fill the wick plus reach the support. You're not selling straight into support. Otherwise, you end up in a scenario like this. Tap support, boom, you're stopped.
Okay.
Flip, tap support comes back, you make a decision, you're still in profit. So when I'm in profit making a decision, oh, I don't like this rejection, I can close, you're in drawdown and you have to take a loss. So you tell me which, and remember they're both the same trades, but which decision would you rather take? Would you rather be in a position and immediately be in a loss and have to lose, or be in a position and make the decision to close at break even?
Towards the second.
Right? It's much better, right?
Yeah.
It's much better to be in a in that type of position.
Okay, man. Thank you.
No problem. I get your plan idea. It literally looks like selling lows and pray, completely breaking your rules. Just put sell order on the chart with stops and just explain otherwise. No, man. It's not selling the lows. It is selling the lowest point of the day, but it's the only option we have to take a trade. You can see it played out quite well. Same as all my trades have been playing out, but being complex with entries. So the idea behind today was to take an aggressive trade. Right, your stop loss was going to go above current candle. The only reason you could do this is because the candle opened with a steep top wick. No top wick like that, there's no way you get in. You know? Right? There's no way you can get in. So that's exactly what happened, is that you tried to take this aggressive trade here to get to these lows and see what happens. If it rejects it, like I said, I would have been out break even, because since I'm selling the lowest point, you have to be aggressive. You have to be aggressive. So totally valid to think about that. It is a little bit looks like it's selling lows. You are correct, but it does give you an opportunity. Selling the lows is not always a bad thing, you know. Not always a bad thing. If you know how to manage the trade, you know. But the way I would have managed it would have got me out break even, unfortunately. You got in? Nice, man. Big one. Nice.
You know what it was? It was you saying that I'll take at this point buys and win more times than that, and then look at that.
Yep. I mean, it's just it's okay, because really I would have been out break even on this anyways. Why not buy the flip now? Now we're at the support. Also important why to take profits. It's a great push though.
This is an excellent push.
Just need to be fast, man. Not fast, but even if I was fast, like I keep fooling myself that this would have been a great position. I'm out break even on this. I would have been pissed off. You know? So for me, I would have... Sorry, I wasn't here, but where would the stop have been in that position? This we were running very risky stop loss. That's why the management would have been aggressive. The stop loss would have been above just current candle high. To be honest, it wouldn't make too much of a difference to put it above previous 5 points. It's not that much of a difference, but I would have just kept it above current.
You know what? I keep saying about the break even, how it would upset you. When I just started like learning about trading and stuff, one of the guys I was listening to, he kept saying, you know, learn to love your stop losses, blah blah blah. Don't FOMO, don't move them down. You know, just to take the stop loss and move on. Yeah, it's a little tough, but now with this break even thing that you're doing, I loved my break even trades. Oh my god, that's like the best.
Oh yeah,
you have no risk, you know.
It's not like that, but I just mean like after, you know, when you see it hit break, like I know long term it's fine, but there's no reason why you can't feel like, oh, that's a shame it went to TP after break even. You can feel like that. That's normal. Like many people, they talk like that on the internet saying that you should be like this, but honestly, you, at the end of the day, you're human. You're gonna be pissed off if it taps you out and then goes to your plan, right?
Yeah, it happens a lot, yeah.
But you're just not gonna take any emotion. Like you're gonna feel that inside. You're gonna be like, that sucks. But you don't take action on that, and that's a controlling emotion. You're happy with it. You know long term. It doesn't change the way I trade. I'm not going to react emotionally about it, but doesn't mean you can't feel like, hey, that was an opportunity that I had. I followed my plan. I respect me following my plan. My plan keeps me profitable long term, but it would have been nice if I could have been part of that move, right? So it really doesn't, it's okay to be like that. And I just want to normalize for people, you know, I want to normalize for people that who say like you have to be emotionless in the market. No, you're human. You're gonna be emotional in the market. It's normal. You just don't take actions on those emotions.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. When you go break even and then you just FOMO into buying it again or selling it again, and then it goes again against you. That would be the worst. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's the thing. But it's okay to feel pissed off, annoyed, like that. I really like to normalize that for people, and make sure that they understand that those emotions are fine. I think too many people out there are giving you advice to withhold your emotions in trading, and I think withholding your emotions in trading make you want to make things worse, because you bottle up all these emotions and then go do one bad thing once. But if you can feel pissed but just train yourself mentally not to take action, like I can be here pissed, feel annoyed, and I don't take action, what does that affect? It doesn't affect anything. Maybe affect your mental health for keep on feeling pissed, but that's something you can work on. But at the end of the day, it's not going to affect your trading, which is what's key. Because I can be like, you can be like, ah man, I missed the position, or what, it didn't give me a close. No problem, feel like that. It's normal. You can feel like that, but did you take action? Did you now all of a sudden FOMO in. No, but imagine someone's in your ear telling you, you can't feel FOMO. You have to control those emotions. You're going to be bottling that up until you can't bottle it up anymore. And then boom, you make a big mistake and you go take a random trade and you go FOMO in. And then it all becomes one giant mess. Instead of in the moment just feeling a bit of emotion but not doing anything about it. You know, discuss it like, it's a shame. But we move on, followed the plan. I saw Steven, he made the same plan. Took break even. He's probably feeling like shit. Missed out on that, but he followed the plan. He knows long term it's good.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can't keep those feelings suppressed for very long. It's true.
Yep. I'm confused why you have rules, because your plan sometimes breaks some of your rules. Just because you call out breaking your rules before a trade and say it followed your plan, you're still broken. Your name is Quiet TV. I think you should keep quiet. That's my best advice to you. Game over. Mic drop. I don't know what to say, man. I think there's no other trader on the internet. I think maybe I follow my rules too much, man. I think I follow my rules too much. You know? The whole reason I'm not in this trade or would have been out break even is because I follow my rules. You know what I'm saying?
Harry, I'm sorry
Yeah,
to interrupt you. Can you take a look at GJ? Because there could be some opportunities for buys. I don't know if
buys. Yeah, but it's gonna take
I'm
time.
sorry,
right?
I'm sorry, but sell.
Yeah, we need to wait till it leaves the range, right?
So the fact that we tapped the 1 hour resistance and came in back inside the range don't even make sense to take sell below this 15-minute resistance.
To where, you know, stop is gonna be tough, you know? Just let it get out the range will be an easier trade.
Okay.
Because we might respect the range and just stay in here. You know?
Yeah.
You rejected that range already, like what, 5 to 6 times?
Yeah, exactly. Better just to get out. Insulting when running out of arguments is crazy. I'm not even insulting you, brother. You're just you seem a little bit confused and you're a little bit butthurt. And I'm trying to help you by proving to you I'm not breaking rules. I actually took my time to answer the question to you when you're asking about rules. So my rules is to trade in a clean candle zone. So I did have clean candle zones, but a very tight zone. So filling a wick is one of my trades here. I actually, for free, for you guys to learn, I have a video on my channel about filling wicks. It's called Candle Wick Secrets. So you can watch that video and you can learn about how you can fill a wick, right? Because that's one of the things. So you can use those wicks as targets, because what did this wick tap? It tapped nothing. It came short. So we can fill that wick here because the last candle made a top wick. Also, that video is going to help you because that video also explains in here with detail about long top wicks, long bottle wicks, no bottom wicks, all of this stuff. All of that for free again to help you with this type of concept. On top of that, we had 5-minute structure form before that trade was coming. We closed below the range, 15-minute close below the range as well. It was just an aggressive shot because we're selling into lows, we're selling into daily support, which is why the reason I would have been out break even, because I would have managed risk very tightly because of the risk of selling into lows. So I hope that makes sense. You learned something from it and maybe, you know, it can help you have a better understanding. You know, help you have a better understanding. But yeah, man, maybe clear up for some people who don't have a better understanding. Like, I'm not here to hate, bro. I know people are here to hate, but I always solve hate with answers, man. That's how you solve hate. Solve hate with answers. I'm happy to help. Literally. All it takes me is to talk for a minute. Right there, I just talk for a minute, I clear everything up. Bro probably got so butthurt he left the stream. And he's not going to listen to that. Isn't that funny? That's the story of people's life. I wonder if he's still here. Let's see. Let's see if he's still here. I put money he's not.
There's always some resistance before, you know, they accept the truth. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. He's here. He's here. 5-minute structure wasn't in your stop loss. that's the rule. No, my rules do not say stop loss has to be above 5-minute structure. No, my rules don't say that. My stop loss has to be above a candle wick. That's my rules. Most of the time, my stop loss is above previous candle wick. If we take a trade like this GJ trade here, this was the same scenario on a 15-minute though. My stop loss was above 15-minute wick. You see? It was not above the previous wick. You see that? It's the same idea. Imagine today on DAX, this is a 5-minute. It's the same trade. It's the same trade, obviously, in terms of stop loss placement. In terms of stop loss placement. Current candle. So it is trades I've taken before and will continue to take in certain scenarios. All of these scenarios do what? Boom, heavy top wicks. You know? Without a heavy top wick like that, it won't make sense. Every time I've broken my rule, bro, every time I've broken my rule, I lose. It's a fact. I'm very strict with my rules. So you don't have to worry about that. Anyways. Bro's getting free lessons and still ungrateful. Yeah, but I won't be giving that for long anymore. So I appreciate you guys showing up. Congrats to those actually who were able to hold. I spoke about what would have happened with me. Plan was good. This week has been like that for me. Every single plan has played out, but some sort of BS has come. Either stops 3 pips from TP, volume dies out, I get stop break even, or we have a very heavy news day and we just kind of see it reverse there. I would say for me, it's not the best week if I'm being honest here. I think I could have easily changed that to a good week. Having the GJ win return me 1%, and then having the gold win return me about 1.5%. Easily could have been 2.5% week, but I hesitated in the gold. That was a big mistake from me hesitating. That annoys me till today in terms of me hesitating, because that's a problem I used to have. I don't know when the last time I have hesitated. It's been a very, very long time. So I don't like when I do that. But I don't change anything, you know. So we're going to keep it going. I hope that next week actually be a little bit more fruitful here. Otherwise, I'm going to cry myself to sleep. But, you know, good conversations always on stream. I'll take care, guys. Have a good weekend. Be safe in NFP. And I'll catch you guys very soon, all right? Peace. Cheers.